tow truck driver who was killed on the job over the weekend are getting ready to hold a memorial for him.
San Diego 6's Laura Kavanaugh live in Escondido with how they plan to make this loss a lesson for other drivers. Laura?
Good morning, Mark. Now, you can already see all of these tow trucks lined up behind me en masse. They're hoping that big visual, that large caravan, nearly 70 tow trucks driving from Escondido to El Cajon, they're hoping that will make a statement to drivers to respect those emergency service calls and those people who put their lives in danger on the road. Now, take a look. You can already see they're about to pull out here. This is all in an effort to remind drivers of the importance of safety and the move-over law for emergency vehicles. Now, Jabbar Issa, a father of three, we have a picture of them right there, was killed while responding to a job Saturday morning in San Marcos. Now, he and another tow truck driver were both hit by a passing pickup truck on State Route 78. Now, the two men were deployed to help change the flat tire of a stranded motorist, and they were parked along the right shoulder of the 78. Now, we were told that Issa actually offered the AAA member a tow, but the member demanded that the tire be fixed right there. He had to go to work, and they tried to execute that on the narrow freeway. And within minutes, a driver of a passing pickup swerved out of his lane onto the right shoulder and slammed into both trucks and drivers. 48-year-old Issa was killed upon impact. Now, the second tow truck operator suffered massive internal injuries, and today's wake and procession is intended to honor those victims, but also to highlight the dangers of this job and the need for safety on the roadway.
Everybody has a war story. I was hit in 1976, had both of my legs broken in San Diego. This is something that goes on. We lose 60 towers annually. So based on the loss of life throughout the Americas, we lose a lot of towers. We had a tower hit on December 28th here in San Diego on a highway patrol call. This is the third tower in 3 weeks that have been lost their lives, have been hit on the California freeways.
And California's move-over law says that if you see an authorized stationary emergency vehicle, like a squad car, an ambulance, or a tow truck with flashing emergency or warning lights, remember, you must slow down and move to the left. Now, back here live, you can see these tow trucks moving en masse. This rolling memorial is scheduled to move from here at Sky Towing in Escondido. They will take the 15. We've now learned that they will take the 8 east to St. Michael's Chaldean Church off of El Cajon Boulevard for a memorial service for Jabbar Issa. Then they will make their way to Holy Cross Cemetery. Now, be aware that this procession could create delays on local freeways, and if you're traveling the area, be advised this will most likely cause delays, and you may want to avoid that area. But again, I just spoke to the owner of Sky Towing, and he told me that in the last 2 weeks, he lost 2 drivers. 2 weeks, 2 drivers. He said oftentimes when you pass a police vehicle, people move over, but with tow trucks, not so much. And they're just asking you to honor Jabbar's life and just to honor and respect those that put their lives on the line to help motorists out. For now, that's the latest from Escondido. Laura Kavanaugh, San Diego 6 News. Back to you.
Came together today to honor one of their own who was killed while changing a tire on Highway 78 in San Marcos over the weekend. Today's rolling memorial was an effort to bring awareness to drivers nationwide regarding move-over laws. CBS News 8's Angie Lee is live in Escondido tonight with a look at the event and what we've learned about the victim. Angie?
Carlo and Beverly, Jabbar Issa Castano was well known in the Chaldean community. He was well liked here at Sky Towing. And on Saturday, he responded to a call in a tow truck, much like the one you see behind me. The entire community and the towing community is very devastated from his death. A rolling memorial as dozens of tow truck drivers pay tribute to a fallen driver.
Very sad, emotional, losing a driver.
From Escondido to El Cajon, their moving display with a serious message.
There's humans outside on the freeway assisting other people, saving other people.
And that's exactly what 48-year-old Jabbar Isa Cazdano was doing Saturday morning, helping a stranded driver with a flat tire.
And it was the saddest moment in my life.
Amir Elias with Sky Towing remembers hearing the dispatcher.
It just doesn't make sense the way the accident happened.
It was just after 7 Saturday morning. A AAA call sent Jabbar to State Route 78 east of Nordahl Road. Sky Towing tells CBS News 8 Jabbar warned the stranded driver the area was dangerous and to relocate.
All he asked to tow the vehicle, but the member refused. He wanted his tire to be changed.
As Jabbar and another tow truck driver were working along the right shoulder of the freeway, a Ford F-250, according to the CHP, plowed right into them, killing Jabbar and leaving the other tow truck driver in critical condition.
To be honest with you, till this point, his kids, they don't even know if his dad is still alive or dead. They're still youngsters.
3 young children are now without a father, as devastated friends and family members lay Jabbar to rest. Tow truck drivers we spoke with feel Jabbar's life may have been spared had the driver followed California's Move Over law, a law that urges drivers to slow down or move over to another lane if they drive past an emergency vehicle. We spotted this tow truck facing a similar situation, this white car passing by just inches away from the tow truck driver.
I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else, especially any tow drivers. They risk their life to protect others.
Ask any tow truck driver and they will tell you their job is extremely dangerous. One way to keep them safe is by obeying the Move Over law. In the meantime, we should mention Jabbar is survived by his wife and 3 very young children. Carla.
خزارة كم ضحيلي قويلة بدمي كم شوقيلي يمي يا يمي.
Dozens of tow truck drivers joined together to honor the life of a fellow driver who died this weekend when he was hit while changing a customer's tire. Another driver from the same towing company was also injured during the accident and is still in the hospital. NBC7's Elena Gomez is in El Cajon, where a service is being held for the driver now. Elena.
Well, Megan, tow truck drivers from across the county met in Escondido and traveled down on the freeway down here to El Cajon at the St. Michael's Chaldean Catholic Church, where a ceremony was being held for Jabbar Isa. Truck drivers have also all come together to raise money for Jabbar's wife and 3 children.
Great guy, great personality, great person, very respectful dude.
He was one of the people that I just love to see. He's a big teddy bear. He was a really nicest person you ever meet. Great worker, awesome person just to be around.
Fellow co-workers from Sky Towing put on black ribbons in support of their co-worker Jabbar. Jabbar had only been working with the company for 3 weeks, but the group says they knew of him as a part of the larger San Diego tow truck family, and they say in just that short amount of time, he was one of the nicest co-workers. Dozens of tow truck drivers from Vista to El Cajon span the 15 freeway in a train, paying tribute to the loss of one of their own. Jabbar was changing a customer's tire with another co-worker when a truck rammed into the 2 of them near Nordahl on the 78 East. Jabbar died on impact, and his co-worker is still recovering from his injuries in the hospital. Some of Jabbar's co-workers say more needs to be done for the safety of tow truck drivers.
Customer, we're helping people, so help us too. Please move your line, switch your line, slow down. That saved our life, my life, and their life too.
And I also reached out to CHP, who's handling this investigation. They say right now charges are still pending for that driver who ran into the car and his co-worker. Alana Gomez.
خزارة كم ضحيلي ويلا بدمي كم شاقيلي يمي لا عنطالي ولا خخارة لا خنواثة ولا نشواثة يمي
Drivers who led a procession on freeways starting in Escondido and going down here to El Cajon have now gathered for a funeral. You may have noticed the trucks this morning. This was their special tribute to another tow truck driver who was killed on the 78. 10 News reporter Jared Aarons is live in El Cajon with how the tragedy is really hitting home for these other drivers. Jared?
Virginia, I spoke to several drivers before the funeral here at St. Michael's Catholic Church in El Cajon this morning. They told me after this latest accident, a lot of them weren't sure if they wanted to be tow truck drivers anymore. But they all got back in their trucks today to honor a fallen friend and hopefully make the roads safer. The long procession of tow trucks had a dual meaning as it rolled down San Diego's freeways Wednesday morning. The drivers were honoring their friend, Jabbar Issa, who died Saturday when he was hit by a truck as he changed a tire on the 78. The 48-year-old father of three is now one of an estimated 60 tow truck drivers killed on the road every year in the U.S. That's why this procession's other meaning was an effort to remind drivers of move-over laws designed to keep emergency workers safe.
You see flashing lights, whether it's a car, whether it's a tow truck, whether it's a police car, a fire truck, whatever, move over.
The motorists should slow down and move over where they can. If not, at least slow their speed to where they can react to what's going on the scene. Rubbernecking doesn't work here.
The other issue that drivers wanted to promote this morning is called their Tow First initiative, where they encourage people to be towed off the road to a safe spot before any work is done on their car. They say that, plus the move over rules, could prevent a tragedy like this from ever happening again. Live in El Cajon, Jared Aarons, 10 News.
دمي شقي ثاب جرايا لبي جريحة وهم بالهايا يمي يا يمي عيني بيسا قال عليا بسابايق يا نيتا مريا يمي يا شقي ثاب جرايا لبي جريحة وهم بالهايا